I'm an industrial engineer, graduated quite a few years ago, but always believed that and always felt that the engineering side was a little bit too technical for me, and I preferred to be a little bit more in the creative space. And that's, I would often look at situations and always subconsciously trying to think of better ways of actually doing it. And sometimes it's, sometimes it's a curse because you never stop coming up with ideas and trying to think of better ways of doing things. With this particular product, I was approached by some engineers at a municipality to look at a situation that was a big problem, and that was cable theft. And you kind of think of the idea and you sleep on it for a while, and at 2 o'clock in the morning you get the idea and you're up and you're sketching and you think, okay, maybe this can work, and you try it, and hopefully it works. And I was lucky enough in this case that everything did work out. This is the actual product. We've called it the security cable, and as you can see, it's a really simple device. Mild steel anchor, everything is made from mild steel, and this is really the bracket that is used to clamp the cable to the device, and this whole device is then buried with the cable underground. Theft is a big issue and costs the economy a lot of money every year. This device is very simple, it's very cost effective, and it prevents people from stealing cable from underground, and yeah, it works pretty well, and I think the key is that it is so simple and so cost effective. We did do a test in front of some guys, but we haven't presented it to any municipality. Sometimes when you develop something, you become its biggest skeptic and you kind of put it on the back burner, until I was asked by one of the guys in the city of Johannesburg to put it forward, and I did. And things just really, without expecting anything, things really progressed nicely, and now we're sitting at this point, which is really exciting. Essentially what happens when guys remove cable from the ground, the modus operandi is to disconnect. Say for example it's between two lampposts, they'll disconnect the cable at one end and tie that part of the cable to a vehicle, and then they'll just simply drive, removing it from the ground. What this device does is it has a round plate that serves as the anchor, and because you're bearing all the soil on top of it, it provides huge resistance to the vehicle that is attempting to pull the cable out of the ground. What happens is every 5 or so meters, this device, which has a large round plate that creates this huge resistance from all the soil that is compacted on top of it, prevents the vehicle from pulling it out of the ground. It's so incredibly simple, yet so effective. As part of the test, we used 2 vehicles, a standard bakkie, and then we also used a 7-ton truck to try and extract the cable from the ground. The resistive forces that we got from the 7-ton truck trying to pull a 25mm cable out of the ground, it actually snapped the cable before it removed it from the ground. So that just proves how incredibly reliable and successful the product is. There's obviously a wide variety of cables that are used, and the product can be used on any size cable without affecting its price at all. So really one size does fit all. Unfortunately in these economic times, theft becomes a big issue, and it affects all communities, whether it's homes, hospitals, businesses. And the fact that it is part of a City of Johannesburg project, JoziMyBeginning, Jozi at Work, employment is also an issue, and we look to utilize those programs to assist the city, whether it be digging of the trenches, securing the device, to the cables, preventing the huge damage that is done. And I think there is definitely positive spin-offs in affecting the communities, because everybody needs electricity, and it's very frustrating when essential services go down. So hopefully we can contribute to that.